Hello, galactic family, star family, soul family, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you for tuning in. Really quick, before I get started, I just want to thank everybody that has ordered a numerology reading from me. I'm very grateful for your love and support. And I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel and has liked my videos and watched me and all that jazz. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys are supporting me by, listening to my videos and giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Any thumb is actually really good, honestly, because it keeps it going in the algorithm on this platform. So yeah, I just want to, quickly say thank you for all of your support. And yeah, so let's get started here. Let's see. I want to talk to you guys about grounding yourself. I feel really tired today. Today is March 10th. Yesterday was the full moon in Virgo, so the moon is still in Virgo. And all of last week, I was feeling very, a lot of energy going through my body, like a crawling sensation on my skin, very itchy. My face is breaking out. I don't know why, because I take really good care of myself, so I must be purging something. I wasn't really hungry all of last week. I was literally living off a salad. And as of today, I literally could eat my house right now. I'm eating anything and everything I put my eyes on. I've just been like a big fat ass today. I'm having a moment. I'm very tired too. I woke up and I was groggy when I woke up. I felt like I was drugged. And when I came downstairs, all of a sudden I had this really overwhelming, disgusting, nauseous feeling. It was really bad. So I came into the living room and laid down on the sofa and probably dozed off for another 15 minutes, and that nauseous feeling went away. It's raining. Maybe the rain has something to do with why I feel so tired. I've had a slight headache for the last 3 days. I feel like something's coming in, and it may be the geomagnetics may rise a little bit, because I was feeling that feeling in my feet that I always talk about, that I get when the geomagnetics rise up. But I don't know. Maybe it's cosmic, because of all the other symptoms I was getting. Being tired and feeling like my skin is crawling, feeling very, I feel like I have dry skin. I feel very itchy. Last week I was phasing, big time phasing. 1 minute I'm here in my body, but the next minute I was not here in my body, and I was very forgetful. As soon as I had a thought about something that I knew I had to do, and this is bad because I was at work, and it's, I get really busy. My brain is has 100 things going through it, so I have to write myself notes. Well, as I thought about what I had to do, and as I went to go write it down, I instantly forgot what the hell it was I was supposed to be doing, and it was driving me crazy. I literally felt like I was, I don't know, I was kind of in between two worlds, or time was stopping and going. I don't know, it was kind of strange. I kind of had an episode the other night. I woke up, I don't know if I shared this with you guys or not. I woke up at I think it was 3 something in the morning, or maybe it was 2 something. I know it was really early. I was like, oh no, I'm not getting up yet. And I had a headache, so I was laying in bed kind of tossing and turning, rolling around, trying to make the headache go away and get myself comfortable. And then all of a sudden I heard my husband say, I'm going downstairs. And I said, what time is it? He says, it's 4:30. And I was like, what? No way. I literally just got up, went pee, came back, laid in bed, and was thinking to myself, wow, my head hurts really bad. And literally was rolling my head in the pillow back and forth, side by side, not side by side, but rolling my head in the pillow, like, side to side. And then he says he's going downstairs and it's 4:30. I was like, what? Like, am I losing my mind? I know that the clock was, I knew that it did not say 4 o'clock or 4:10 or anything like that. It was very early. So I don't know, I lost track of time somehow. And then as I was driving to work the other day, I said, I think it's time to ground yourself. Like, literally spend some time taking care of yourself and pay attention to how you ground yourself. And that's what gave me the idea to, do this video for you guys, because I do ground myself, but I've been really busy lately with this move that I'm not really doing a really good job at grounding myself consciously. Kind of just been letting a lot of things go. Yoga is one of them. I haven't really done my yoga in the last month, and I feel really guilty that I haven't done it. I haven't even really meditated. I haven't meditated in the last maybe 2 weeks. And if I don't do it during the day, I usually do it at night before I fall asleep. And I don't know, I don't feel like, I feel out of balance, out of whack. My house is packed up. The energy is off. So I know that's a horrible excuse, but I'm just sharing with you guys as to why, I haven't been doing my normal routine, and it's because the energy is off. So I really need to focus on my energy and get back into it and start meditating and taking care of myself spiritually and grounding myself, because that's why I'm feeling all of these like crazy feelings, and I'm losing track of time, and I'm going crazy with the phasing, and everything seems like it's kind of out of control. And we're all going to go through these symptoms, but they're a lot less worse when you're grounding yourself and meditating. So that's why I wanted to do this video today. Sorry that the intro was like super duper long, but I just kind of wanted to explain to you guys, what's going on and all that. So how have you guys been feeling? Please share down below and let me know how, you guys are feeling and what's going on in your life. So yeah, let's get to it here. So I always talk to you guys about, ascension symptoms, and I'm always telling you guys, ground yourself, take care of yourself, meditate, drink water, hydrate, all that good stuff. I got to practice what I preach. So in order for me to talk about grounding, we have to have an understanding that, everything is energy. We are electrical beings in an electrical universe. We are a human conduit. And humans emit this electrical current to affect another living being or organism. And other living organisms affect us humans. Have you ever heard of a person say that they feel like, so-and-so or their friends or their lover or their family member or, whoever it is, their boss is draining their energy? Well, the fact of the matter is that humans can absorb and emit this electrical current, which can have more of an effect than you can imagine. In some cases, it could change the path of one's day or possibly even one's life. We are energy, an infinite current of energy. This is where grounding comes in. We need to ground ourselves to protect our energy fields. And grounding is the act of balancing your spiritual and physical energy by connecting yourself with Earth. And see, that's where I've been off balance lately, because I haven't been grounding myself. I haven't been balancing, my spiritual and physical energy, so everything's kind of wacky for me. Grounding's a great, what was I going to say here? See, it's already affected me. Grounding is great for anybody, for everyone. But knowing how to ground yourself is especially important, for you to practice, especially if you are somebody that's an energy worker that does Reiki, or if you are a person that's, works with people spiritually, like a psychic, a card reader, a lot of mediums out there. It's really important for them to practice grounding. And, basically all of us, especially all of us that are consciously going through this spiritual awakening, because it's literally going to help you spiritually and physically balance, both out. When I first started developing my psychic gifts, and when I was going through my awakening consciously, no one taught me about grounding and how important it is. I was going through so much emotionally and physically and spiritually. My life was crazy. It was chaotic. I was experiencing so many symptoms, kind of like what I just shared with you guys, but times 100. And I did not know what was going on in my life. Now I do, and I recognize it, and I can see and feel when I'm not balanced. But back then I had no clue what the hell was going on. I was unwell mentally. I was thinking bad stuff all the time, which made me feel really crappy and scared. And it pulled me into a frequency of fear. My vibration was low. And then, when your vibration is low, you tend to attract a lot of low vibrational people into your life. I made a lot of poor choices, and, basically my life kind of sucked. And I made the best of it. But I was not happy. I was tired emotionally. I was tired mentally, physically, and spiritually. I felt like, I was living in the emptiness, or I was living in the void. And there was a time when I was really hyper paranoid, and I really just had all of these issues, which created health issues. So I found myself going to the doctors a lot. And there was this one doctor I went to, this ear, nose, and throat doctor that was in Queens, New York, on Queens Boulevard. And he said to me, Gabrielle, you're not sick. You're drained, and you're just feeling very overwhelmed. I think that you need to get away from the city for a little bit. He goes, I'm worried about you. You're very stressed out emotionally, spiritually, mentally. He goes, I really think you should get out of the city because stress can kill you. And people are draining you, and you need rest. And he said, as a doctor, I suggest that you really think about moving to the country. And I just looked at him like, okay, whatever. And I kind of laughed it off. And I said, that's easier said than done. I work 3 blocks away, and the only country that I get is by, walking to the park on my lunch and sitting there for an hour. So realistically, how am I supposed to just pick up and leave? I have a job, a family. And he said, I need to find peace and take some time to myself. And honestly, I think that it was his way of saying that I needed to ground myself. And shortly after that visit, to the doctor, in October, I ended up leaving New York City, and I moved to Western New York. And that's where I live now. It's Western New York, here in the country. It's kind of funny how, life works itself out. I believe that he was one of my earth angels, trying to give me guidance without breaking any of those free will laws. And, everything he said came to fruition for me. It just, side note, I just happened to look up, and it's 111. Wow, right there. That's validation. But he was definitely some sort of angel, here looking out for me. And here I am. I'm still in Western New York in the country, and honestly, this is where I came, and this is where I healed. Yep, and this is actually where I learned to ground myself. Well, sort of. I did my first meditation when I was living in Queens, and I thought it was really stupid. I felt really awkward and dumb. And I was like, this is so cliche. This is never gonna work, yada, yada, yada. I was so ignorant to it. I knew nothing about it. My mentor just told me I needed to take it one day at a time. And, I didn't have to do the whole 15, 20 minutes on the first day. She made me promise that I try it every day, even if it's for 5 minutes. And I got better at it and my life changed. But yeah, so here I am. And here I am for you guys, sharing with you my life, my story, my tips, because I know that a lot of you guys are feeling exactly the way I was feeling, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, you need to learn how to ground yourself. If you're feeling, if you're having a good day and then all of a sudden you're feeling very lightheaded. Now, let me clear one thing up. Some of these symptoms could be related to ascension, and some of them could be related to some health issues. So always, do your due diligence and if your doctor go to the doctors, get yourself checked out. If your doctor gives you a clear bill of health, then you can write this off as ascension, because lightheadedness and feeling tired and drained and disconnected could also mean that, your sugar is low, or maybe you don't have enough carbs in your diet for this particular day. Maybe you forgot to eat. You've been overstressed and very busy. So you really need to just take a look at your life. But I mean, if you are aware that, you're taking care of yourself, your body's healthy, you're healthy, and then all of these symptoms are coming up for you, then it's most likely ascension. And for me, when I'm off balance and not grounded, and I'm feeling a lot of energies coming in, I feel lightheaded, I feel tired and drained, I could feel disconnected, sometimes I feel dazed, sometimes I feel like I'm floating, I get this like floaty feeling, and I call that the phasing feeling. Feeling shaky or having high anxiety, feeling disoriented or very emotional. Those are just a few things that you could be experiencing. And if you are, and you know that you're a healthy person, then you need to ground yourself or learn how to ground yourself. Okay? These are all feelings and sensations that happen when you have excess energy running through your system, as you go through your awakening, as you live your life. Okay? This can also happen frequently to light workers, light warriors. It's important if you're an energy worker or a medium or a psychic or, somebody that's out there around people, a healer. You need to always make sure that you're grounding yourself. Knowing how to ground yourself can help relieve the, excess energy to get you back in touch with the earth and your physical body. Now, I want to provide you with some tips which will help you to ground, yourself, because this video is all about how to ground yourself, how to take care of yourself. And one of the first things that you can do, and I tell you guys this, or I have told you guys this, go outside and walk barefoot on the earth. The earth maintains a negative electrical potential, and when you are in direct contact on the ground with the earth's electrons, it's conducted to your body. So walking barefoot, sitting or laying down on the surface of the earth, or doing anything on the ground, gardening, all of that will ground you. bringing you to the same electrical potential as the earth. Another thing that you can do is get physical. Getting physical by dancing, running, walking, moving around, even having sex with your partner. Intimacy brings you into the present moment. Physical activities releases these endorphins. These are all great ways to reconnect with yourself and stay grounded. Exercise is excellent because you focus and you connect with your physical body while expending excess energy at the same time. Yoga is also very great for you, very good for your body because it centers you on a spiritual and physical level. Another way you can ground yourself is by watching something funny on TV or listening to something funny. Well, I like to watch comedy. TV puts us in a different frame of mind and it allows us to check out for a little bit. So watch something that makes you feel good, even if it's not comedy. Watch whatever makes you feel good, whatever you like. Watch that because it will help you to check out for a little bit. Stay away from the news because, I don't know, I feel like the news is just like a Debbie Downer. It's going to make you feel scared and, you know, they're not reporting on anything accurately. They're giving you like 1% of the truth and the rest of it is all, you know, hype. So yeah, stay away from the news. That will not make you feel very good at all. Lately, they're using their scare tactics to lower your vibration by talking about this coronavirus or the corona flu, whatever it is you want to call it. We have managed to raise the vibration as a collective and, you know, we're changing physically and spiritually. And the cabal or the powers that be or, you know, the reptilians or, you know, whatever you want to call them, the low vibrational demons of the world, okay, they're losing their grip on us. And if we truly figure out how powerful we really are, then the game is over for them. So they're trying their hardest to bring down your vibration. Just stop worrying about the virus. Stop talking about it. Stop worrying about it. Just stop. You know, the fear, that's what it's doing. It's causing fear. It's all an illusion. This corona crap has been out for years. I mean, it's a flu. Some people get the flu really bad. Some people don't get it so bad. If you don't take care of yourself, you're going to get it bad. If you're very old and fragile, you're going to probably get it bad. If you're very young and fragile, you're probably going to get it very bad. Just being clean and healthy and taking care of yourself and your body, your everything, spiritually, mentally, physically. You just have to take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Stop worrying about buying that Purell sanitizer crap. Soap and water is all you really need. Soap and water, a positive attitude, and good eating habits. And you should be fine. So just stop worrying about the virus. There are billions and billions of viruses all around us, all the time. So if you take care of yourself and your immune system, you will be fine. Eat your vitamin C, D, K, E, A. Take your copper and zinc, magnesium, selenium, and your immune system will be A-OK. Exercise daily, take care mentally and spiritually, be mindful, meditate, and you will live a long, healthy, happy life. This may sound really easy, but it is very challenging. It's a lifestyle and you will have to commit to it. And a lot of people don't like to commit to healthy, and that's why there's a lot of unhealthy people out there. So it's something you definitely have to do and change. And it's for yourself. It's for you. And if you have children and people that depend on you, why wouldn't you want to take care of yourself? And, you know, literally for yourself, why wouldn't you want to take care of yourself to be a healthier person? Healthy makes you happy. Okay? Moving on. Here's another thing that can help you ground yourself. You could soak your feet in one of those feet, you know, those foot baths. I have like 2 of them in my house. Or, you know, you can fill up a bucket of water and soak your feet in that, or soak your feet in your bathtub. You can even add some Epsom salts to it, some Himalayan salts. You can actually take a full body bath in these Epsom salts, Himalayan sea salts. Just don't use table salt. Table salt is toxic salt. You can add a few of your most favorite essential oils. I like frankincense, I like myrrh, I like lavender and peppermint. There's so many oils out there, and you can add whatever oils you like to your bath. The act of soaking your feet will bring the energy down and away from your head or your crown chakra and into your body, which will ground you. Bathing will cleanse your aura and ground you. Also, it's really good for your body, especially if you take an Epsom salt bath. It puts those minerals that you lose daily back into your body. And if you're suffering from like joint pain and stuff like that, it helps that out too. Salt is notorious for healing the body. It holds one of the most purifying vibrations around. This is why a lot of people use it to neutralize energy in healing crystals. So if you want to try taking a bath in Epsom salt or any of the other salts that I mentioned, you could do that by putting your whole body in a hot bath, not where it's going to burn you, but hot enough that you can sit in comfortably and just soak for like 20-30 minutes. If you add Epsom salt, you can add 1 to 2 cups of Epsom salt to your bath. If it's for a child, I wouldn't put 2 cups. I would just add 1 cup. And make it your own. Personalize your salt bath. I do this for myself. I personalize my own salt baths. And if anybody in the house gets sick with anything or they're coming down with something, I have this bath that I make for them, and I put this cayenne pepper in there with Epsom salt and cinnamon and some oils and stuff like that, and it really draws out the toxins in their body, and it makes them feel really good. But it also makes them feel very sleepy and very thirsty, but it's very healing for their body. I do it for my husband, my daughters, even the grandbabies, and it seems to work. So I swear by it. Okay, what else can we do, guys? What else can we do? This one may be a little cliche. At least I thought it was. Hug a tree. Make sure it's not a pine tree, though, because a pine tree will definitely bless you with sap. I only know that because it's the first tree I hugged when I was like, okay, I'm going to get over this cliche about hugging a tree and I'm going to try it. And I had this huge pine tree in my yard, and that was the first tree I hugged, and after that I was sticky for days. I smelled really good, but I was sticky. I had sap in my hair and even on my skin where I thought I washed it off, and it just wouldn't wash off of me. It was really sticky. I had to cut a few pieces out of my hair because I couldn't get it out of my hair. But yeah, don't hug a pine tree because that one's gonna be a sticky hug. But if you decide to hug a tree, take a few deep breaths and, just be one with the earth, be one with the tree, and allow yourself to connect with the earth, with the tree. This will charge you up. And if you're not a tree hugger, then, sit down by a tree, underneath a tree, put your hand on a tree, and it will do the same thing for you. Another thing that you guys can do to ground yourself is to meditate. Meditation is wonderful for just about anything, and it's spiritually grounding for you. It's really, really good for you. That was another one that I thought was very cliche, was meditating. I was like, yeah. Every time somebody told me to meditate, I always pictured like a monk in a mountain. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But there's so many different ways that you can meditate. You can sit down, lay down, stand up. You can do whatever you want to do. Just take a moment to yourself. I know there's people that will tell you that you're going to want to sit down, sitting straight up, put your feet on the floor, and imagine that you have roots growing out of your feet. I mean, yeah, you can do that too. Or you can sit cross-legged on the floor and just close your eyes and be in the moment and, think to yourself, what am I hearing? What's going on around me? What do I smell? What do I feel? What does the air feel like? And, just bring yourself to the present moment. That's also a great way to meditate. And just doing that will actually change your life. If you can do that every day for 10 minutes, you will feel a huge difference in your life. If you don't believe me, you have to try it. That's the only way. That's the only way you're going to believe me, is by trying it. But if meditation is, difficult for you, bring your attention to the present moment. The best way to do this is by performing a body scan, or that's the easiest way to do it, is by performing a body scan. What you would do is you would sit down or lay down and take big breaths. Yeah. What I meant to say was to take 3 big breaths. I feel like I'm thinking faster than I can talk. So if I am, I apologize. I really don't know what's going on. I feel very like I drank a pot of coffee, and I haven't had that much coffee today. I've had coffee, but not that much. So yeah, what I want you to do is to lay down, take 3 big, deep breaths. And then you would begin to eternally scan your full body by starting at your toes. What do your toes feel like? Are there any sensations that you can perceive in your toes? Do they feel hot? Do they feel cold? Are they tingling? Do they feel heavy? Just notice what you see and perceive as you're laying there. And then move up through your legs, up to your pelvis. Move your way up to your spine, up through your torso, all the way up to your head. Go down through your arms. And what you're doing is you're just observing the way that your body feels in this moment. The goal is to be, where you are physically. This also helps if you're having a panic attack, is to do a body scan, or you can walk around and, you can pick things up in a room and just notice how it feels to touch the things that are around you in the room. Okay, you can even run cold water over your hands. Notice what's going on in your body and what's going on in your environment. And it may help to even list these things in your mind. So I've done that too, because I used to get really, really bad, wicked bad anxiety attacks. But since I started to ground myself and meditate and take care of myself, I haven't had a wicked bad anxiety attack in a really long time. I think I may have had one back in January when that huge energy wave was coming in. But in general, I haven't had a really bad anxiety attack, not like I used to. Back in the day, I used to get them so bad that I would rush to the hospital because I thought I was dying. So that awareness exercise really, 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 really does work. What else, you guys? Another way you can ground yourself is by drinking water. Water with lemon or lime. It also alkalines your body when you put lemon or lime in it. The quantity of water that you drink will also be extremely important to you during the ascension process. I spoke to you guys about this in my last video. The water that we drink allows the electrum to flow through your body, which is light lowered to a density as it enters the body mass. The more water you drink, the easier it is for the light energy to enter your body and to move through the physical body, rejuvenating the organs of your body. It would also be wise during this cellular transformation or this ascension process, because that's what's happening. Your cells are transforming as you go through this ascension process. You want to drink a lot of water, plenty of water, at least a gallon of water a day. The additional water allows the light to move through the body faster. Light is an electrical force in our density, and the additional water assists the movement of the light. From your perspective, you're cleansing your body with these additional fluids. So drink lots of water. The additional water permits the light to move through your body as the light, as the life and light brings new life into and through your body. In order for this ascension process, or awakening process, or mutation process, there's so many different ways that you can call this, but it's all the same thing. We're all talking about the same thing. Mutation process, awakening process, ascension process, it's all the same thing. Different titles, different names, same thing. It's very important for this process because it will make your awakening more comfortable. If you're not hydrated and you're dehydrated, you don't have enough water in your body, it's going to be a painful process for you. So you'll need to keep your intake of water up. If you do not, your body will attempt to retain fluid in order to ensure that the element flow within your system is maintained. You are literally washing away your old dense body. So you need to drink more water. Think of it as passing a kidney stone. Personally, I've never passed one, but my husband has passed many, and I see the pain that he goes through when he's passing them. And I always tell him, drink more water, drink water with lemon, because that lemon will break down that calcium. But I think sometimes when he's passing a kidney stone, I honestly think that he doesn't drink a lot of water, and he's literally washing away his old body, his old dense body, and it's very painful for him because he's not drinking enough water. So think of it that way. Drink water. It's going to be painful, like you're passing a kidney stone. What's another thing you guys can do? Eating root vegetables. That's a good way to ground yourself. Any root vegetables, anything that grows under the surface of the earth will help you connect with the earth's energies, because in order for those vegetables to grow inside the earth, it had to have been entrained with the earth's energy. Some examples of some root vegetables are potatoes, carrots, beets, sweet potatoes, onions, radishes. Yeah, that's really all I can think of right now. I'm sure there's a lot more. I think even some peanuts maybe grow underground, I'm not quite sure, but yeah. I like to make soups out of these vegetables, and I call it my grounding soup. I make a lot of grounding soup in the wintertime. What else? Do I have more? What else? What do I use to ground myself? Oh, I carry a quartz crystal in my bra every day. So you can utilize grounding stones anytime you share the space with a crystal, or anything that you find that is from the earth, anything outside. You have to entrain to match the frequency of that object. When it comes to a rock or a mineral or a crystal, they hold such a solid vibration that you're going to raise your frequency to match theirs. So keeping grounding stones with you is really great. And you can wear them like I do. I make jewelry out of them. Sometimes I put them in my pocket. Most of the time, I carry them around in my bra. I don't know why, I just do. Some examples of some grounding crystals or stones would be like clear quartz, which is my favorite, smoky quartz, obsidian. You can get some red coral, onyx, black tourmaline is really good. Pyrite's another one of my favorite. And that's all I can think of at the moment. I love all crystals. I even carry around coal. I found coal when I was planting some stuff in my garden when I first moved into this house, like big hunks of coal. And I didn't know that it was coal because I thought coal was, what you throw in the barbecue and light on fire. Come to find out, coal is actually very beautiful. It's very shiny. It's very pretty. And I have a few chunks of it that I found in my yard. And I even carry that around with me. Another way that you could ground yourself is by spending time around people that are grounded. People are the same as colors and scents and stones. They hold their own vibrations. Some people are more grounded than other people. So remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. Keep that in mind when you're hanging out with people. Talking about crystals and people and colors, you can use a color to ground yourself. Colors are very powerful. A color can hold a lot of different vibrations, if that makes sense. You can wear that color or visualize that color by filling up your body with that color. The color that is used for grounding the most is the color red, because red is associated with the root chakra. And the root chakra, deals with grounding. You can also envision yourself around the color brown, or you can wear the color brown or black. Neutral colors. You can wear the colors that you see outside, greens, the color of tree bark, the color of stones. Those are all grounding colors. Or you can, whatever color floats your boat. I mean, it could be the color purple. If you resonate with the color purple and you feel like the color purple is very grounding and safe for you, then envision yourself, with a purple light surrounding your body, and wear the color purple if it makes you happy. Remember, you are a co-creator in this reality. So, I'm just giving you suggestions and sharing tips with you. But I mean, in all honesty, it's whatever you like, and it's whatever makes you happy. As I'm talking to you guys about being happy, Bernie the Blue Jay had just flown up to the window. Scents. Utilizing scents is also really good to ground yourself. When you have a scent around you, you are forced to entrain with that energy. I think the best way to use scents when it comes to grounding is by using essential oils. And everyone has their own perspective about which essential oils are best for grounding. But for me, it took me a while. I like, one of them is vetiver, and it took me a while to like that one. It's very earthy, but I'm starting to like it the more that I use it. But I really, really like myrrh. Myrrh smells really good. Sandalwood is good for grounding. Me personally, I don't really like the scent of sandalwood, even though I know it's good for grounding, but I do mix it with other oils when I'm making sprays and stuff like that, and then it smells better. Patchouli is another one that it's not really one of my favorites. To me, patchouli literally feels like dirt, or smells like dirt. It smells like the outside, and I don't like to smell like dirt, so I don't wear patchouli. My mom wears patchouli, and I'm like, oh. But I do like it mixed with some stuff. And when you mix it with certain other oils, I mixed it with something and it made it smell really, I think I mixed it with peppermint and maybe it was sage. Yeah, peppermint and sage and patchouli. And it smelled amazing when it was mixed with another oil. But patchouli alone is like, ugh. But it's very grounding. When my mom wears it, I feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of hippies. No offense. I love sage oil, frankincense. I love frankincense. That's like my all-time favorite. It's my all-time favorite to-go oil, and the sage oil too. Lavender is actually pretty good, and it doesn't smell bad at all. I love lavender. And lavender will help relax you too. And you can use these oils alone, or you can combine them together like I just mentioned. And one of the best ways to do this is by putting them in a spray bottle. And I know I've shared this before. Find a spray bottle, preferably glass, but I mean, if you have a metal one or a plastic one, just use whatever you have. And, try to use spring water, but if you don't have spring water, tap water should be fine. And, mix your favorite oils into a bottle and, mix and match and, mix them up until you get the smell or the scent, that you like or you want. And it may take you a couple tries to find the right match. But again, you are the co-creator. You are the person that's, you're responsible for your life path. So, I mean, I make these oils, and if you were interested in ordering what I make, you can do that. I've made oils for other people in the past, but I mean, it's really simple. You could do it yourself. And, but if you don't have the patience to do it and you'd rather just purchase it, I make some really awesome oil sprays and oils to wear. But yeah, again, it's really simple. Spring water, bottle, mixture of oils, add your favorite grounding stone to it, shake it up. I add quartz crystals to mine, and I spray it around the house. I have one that I bring to work with me, and I use it at work to spray all the negative energy because I work in a restaurant, and it seems like a lot of the people I work with can get very grumpy really quick. So I'm always spraying the servers when they're grumpy. I'm spraying off all the negative energy. We're peopling all day, so we tend to absorb a lot of people's energies constantly. So I'm always spraying people. And if they're listening to this video, I'm sure they're laughing their butts off right now because they know. What else? Sound. Sound is really great for grounding. I use a lot of sound to ground. Sound will stimulate your root chakra. Certain crystal bowls, metal bowls, and alchemy bowls have been designed so that the sound they emit stimulates and balances your root chakra, and this grounds you. I like to listen to binaural beats at night when I'm going to sleep. Binaural beats are made specifically for your root chakra, or they have beats that are made specifically for your root chakra for grounding for free. And you can find these on YouTube. Just go to YouTube into the search engine and type in binaural beats and scroll through them until you find one that resonates with you. You can even use your own voice, to ground yourself, and you can hum. I noticed I did this a lot when I was sick. I used to curl up in a little ball and just be like, I used to do that. And then when I started to read about sounds grounding you, and you can literally hum to yourself, it brought back memories, as to when I was a child. Even as an adult, when I used to get an earache, or when I was pregnant and I was having the labor pains, I was making noises. Even now, when I feel nauseous and I can't shake the feeling, I'm always like, ma, ooh. I'm always making weird noises, and I never realized I was actually doing it until I read about it, and then now when I do it, I realize I'm doing it. It's just weird, but yeah. And we do that because it's like it's built into our DNA to do that. It's like we just do it automatically. I'm over here stammering. I'm like, What else? Wow, my video is long. I'm hitting an hour. I think that's all I have for you guys. What do I want to say about the humming? Humming, it's called toning. You're toning yourself. But yeah, I guess the most important thing to keep in mind is that not every tip that I give you guys will work for every person. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So, what grounds me may not ground you. So just keep trying different techniques or a combination of them until you find what's most helpful for you. These notes, these tips are only, guidelines to aid you on your own spiritual path. And, as with all spiritual work, it is often about finding your own truth. If you disagree or feel uncomfortable with anything that was being suggested here, by all means, find an alternative truth that is acceptable to you, for you. Grounding and earthing is all about the awareness that, we are still in a physical body, as well as endeavoring to become you know, these spiritual workers and these spiritual beings. So you just have to walk your own path, find your own truth, stand in your truth, and don't be afraid to experience and you know, just try or experience. Yeah, is that the word I'm trying to say? Yeah, experience. See, I'm losing it, you guys. Don't be afraid to experiment. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't be afraid to experiment. Jeez, I'm losing it. So don't be afraid to experiment, mix and match, try a few of these suggestions, tips that I shared with you guys. And if I missed something, you know, leave a comment down below and let me know, what is it that you do to ground yourself, and share some of your tips with this spiritual community. I just want to thank you guys for listening. Sorry for the stammering and all that stuff. There's beeping noises going on in the background. I'm trying to figure out what my daughter's doing in the kitchen. I'm a little tired, off balance, as I shared at the beginning of the video. I think after this, I'm going to go tone myself. I think I need some toning. I need to ground myself because I'm feeling like woohoo. So yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like this video so that my videos can show up in you know, the timeline, or whatever it's called, in the YouTube platform thing here. I guess there's an algorithm, and if people don't like your videos, then you don't get your spot in this weird algorithm pattern thing or whatever. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you did not like this video, you know, give me a thumbs down. If you have something to share, leave a comment down below. I love you guys, and I want to thank you guys for listening. If anybody is interested in a numerology reading, I post all the information down below in all of my videos. And once you make the purchase, please send me an email to let me know that you purchased a numerology report, so that I'll get the notification. I get the notification when you guys do the payments on PayPal and Cash App, but it's always good to email me because I need more information from you anyways. I need to know where it's being emailed to. I need to know what your full birth name is. I need to know your birth date. And yeah, that's it. And if you guys would like to donate to my channel, hey, by all means, go for it. But my favorite donation is your time donation, your energy donation. And your time donation is you writing me a letter and, you know, mailing it to me the good old-fashioned snail mail way, or even just by leaving a comment in the video or sending me an email. That's all time donations, and I really, really love your time donations. That's my favorite. All right, guys, my video is hitting 1 hour. I'm sorry that it's so long. I love you guys. Sending you guys all love and light. Mwah. Bye.